Hello and welcome back to the Tokyo Cheapo channel. My name is Patricia and I'm your host. Today we are at Shimokitazawa, aka Shimokita for short. So you've probably already heard of Shimokita. It's very famous for their thrifting culture. However, there's so much more that this place has to offer that we're going to be uncovering in today's video, such as little mom and pop shops, really cute trendy cafes, and much more. We will also be answering some questions you guys asked in the previous videos, so make sure you stick around until the end. And without further ado, let's go! So Shimokitazawa is known for having a lot of pop-ups, and this place is no different. This first place we're at is called Matcha Passport, and it's a little pop-up which will actually have its own permanent home very soon. So basically, this pop-up has a really unique style. By the name, you can tell it's Matcha Passport. Why is that? I actually asked one of the staff members earlier, and it's because people can kind of feel like they're traveling around Japan trying different types or profiles. So they've got 3 different types of matcha that you can choose from, which is really cool, and each one has a different cultivar or different types of like nodes to it. For example, I think the one that I got has kind of like a nutty taste compared to the other 2. So when you come here, you order matcha, you can actually kind of experience what it's like and learn a little bit of matcha while you order. I also took a look at the menu, and all the matcha that they serve is actually ceremonial grade. As you guys probably know, matcha has become really scarce here in Japan. So to find a place that sells ceremonial grade is really hard nowadays. So now you know where to go if you want high quality matcha. It's also in a great location. It's only about like a 7-minute walk from Shimokitazawa station. So it's super chill. Like, I'm probably the only one here, and it's Golden Week. It's a really great place to just sit down, relax, sip on some matcha. So here's their menu. They've got a lot of different milk options. I feel like that's kind of rare to find here in Japan. So earlier I mentioned they have 3 different types of matcha to choose from, but they're planning to add more and also some seasonal ones too. So of course you can drink the matcha here, but they also sell it in little packs. This is super cute. They come in the 3 different types, and look, looks like an actual passport. Within a 5-minute walk from the station, there's sometimes a market. It doesn't happen every single day. It's kind of just like random, so you'll just have to come and see. But if you do find one, please stop by because it's actually really cool. They've got a lot of handmade goods, some secondhand clothes, sometimes like some really unique little trinkets that you can bring back home. So check it out. Very spring vibes. See, things like this are hard to find unless you go to these markets. I think I'll get this one. What do you guys think? For Shin, for his surfer boy look. One thing I like about Shimokitazawa is it's busy, but it's not that crazy busy like Shibuya or Harajuku. They've also got a more laid back vibe, you know, I like to say it's a hipster town of Tokyo. So yeah, it's got a good balance. No crazy Mario Karts or anything. You know what I've noticed? They don't have those like super loud, big, flashy advertisement trucks. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, they don't have any of those, or at least I haven't seen one in this area, which goes to show just how quiet this area is. We are here at Hanegi Koen, which I've actually never been to before, but to give you some context on location, it's only about a 10-minute train ride or 20-minute walk from Shimokitazawa. And you guys probably know Gotokuji Temple, which is where the Lucky Cat Temple is. That is also about a 10-minute train ride, 20-minute walk from this area. So it's right in the middle. So if you're going to Gotokuji, want to go to Shimokitazawa, just walk past this Hanegi Park. There's actually a map right here. Ta-da! I just realized this has a QR code, so it's very foreigner friendly, it's multilingual. So this park's actually known for their ume trees, otherwise known as plum trees. Unfortunately, it's not plum tree season, so I don't know if we'll be able to see that. But as you can see on the map, there's a whole section just for plum trees. That's super cool. And they even have a sakura or cherry blossom little road right here. So that's probably really pretty in the season. This is a nice pocket of nature. There's lots of greenery, especially during the spring season. And Shaw told me there's dogs. Let's go see some dogs! This place is so underrated. I'm really actually impressed by how quiet it is. I think we might be the only foreigners here, at least that I noticed. Very family friendly, lots of nature, bathrooms. We've got some bathrooms here.
If there's any viewers that you want to like local spots, just message me.
Yeah, Sean knows his Tokyo spots, especially his local Tokyo spots.
Yeah, I will be gatekeeping it.
My Tamagotchi just died. I was about to give it its injection. It was screaming at us the whole time. R.I.P. Turns out, I've just killed my Tamagotchi. It was 7 years old. On the walk between Hanegi Park to Shimokitazawa, there's actually this little really cute hipster area called Bonus Track. I really like this vegan restaurant that they have called Oscar American Chinese. I am American Chinese, so that's probably also why, but yeah, this is a cool place to hang out, have a coffee, have some lunch, and right by here is actually the Shirohige cream puff, where they have the Totoro cream puff. So everything is kind of in this area. So this is Oscar Vegan American Chinese. It's a very Americanized Chinese food. This place is really cool. Everything here is vegan, but as a non-vegan, as a meat eater, I still really like it. They've got really good food. I do think it's a little bit more oily than Panda Express, but there's a lot more variations and it's not very basic. One of the many things that Shimokita has to offer are actually art galleries, like the one right behind me. There's so many different things to do, like there's art galleries, exhibitions, live music if you're into that. Especially if you're into indie music, Shimokita is the place. So if you're only coming to this area to go thrifting, then don't keep making the same mistake. Go and explore, walk down the little alleys. Have fun, live a little, you know? If you want a different vibe but still want those thrift stores, cafes, and bars, then head over to Sangenjaya, which is only about a 20-minute walk from here. They've also got this thing called a Carrot Tower, which is basically a big tower, and on the 26th floor, they've got a free observatory. On a clear day, you might even see Mount Fuji. So we were gonna show you the Shimokita Garage Department building that's right behind us. However, as of March 30th, they've actually closed the building down. They're gonna be like rebuilding the building or something, and there wasn't any information about whether they're gonna reopen somewhere else. That's really unfortunate. However, if you do wanna see what it looked like when it was open, then you can check out Tokyo Cheapos' previous video on Shimokitazawa, where there's recommendations on thrifting and also a bunch of other stuff. We also have a lot of different articles and guides about all things Tokyo on the website, so check that out too. Garage is actually really popular, especially in the thrifting scene. So if you've been thrifting, or anybody who's interested in that has probably been to Garage, even if they didn't know about it if you were in Tokyo. 4,000 yen, maybe not. They're cute, not so cute. But this is actually better, right? Some things can get a lot more expensive.
Some things I've seen like 6,000.
Yeah, or like 1,000 yen for a t-shirt. So I think it's a pretty good price for thrifting in Japan. So we've been hearing some people say, oh my God, it's so expensive to buy vintage things, to buy secondhand things here in Japan, specifically clothes. And yes, that can be the case actually, because you know they mark things up. Sometimes the price doesn't match up with the used goods. So just as an idea, you can actually get some jewelry for a better deal here in Shimokitazawa. And Sha, you actually get some of your rings here too, right?
All my rings.
All his rings. All his rings are bought here in Shimokita. So if you know where to shop, if you know where to look for these rings and jewelry, you might actually find a pretty good deal. For example, we just came across this place that you can make like handmade accessories. It's very mechanical, kind of niche. So you'll find places like this around the area too. On to a new section. This is where I'm going to be answering some of your questions that you've left in the previous videos. Starting with a question about JR Pass. Someone asked if you can buy the JR Passes at the stations. As of now, I don't think you can buy it at the station, but please do check the official website for new information. Second question is September a good time to visit Tokyo? Well, September is usually still pretty hot and humid, so it depends on what you might be looking for. But there's also a possibility that it's typhoon season maybe, so just keep that in mind. They also might have some late firework festivals because firework festival tends to be in August. But if you want information about September, then make sure you check the event listing on Tokyo Cheapos' website. And number 3, somebody asked if we can make a video on things to do in Tokyo when it's raining. Yes, we can definitely make a video. There's actually a previous video that we did on the Tokyo Cheapo YouTube. However, we can make an updated video if you guys want, so let us know in the comments. But things to do in Tokyo off the top of my head when it's raining. Movies. Go to the movie theater because you actually be surprised by how different maybe the food they sell is. Actually, Shaw goes to the movie theater just to buy churros and then he leaves. He doesn't even watch the movie. But it's really good. It's a good experience. Aside from the food, they'll also sometimes hand out like little pamphlets or little merch for the movie that you're watching. So it's just a cool experience. Try it. Some other things are you can go to like the Mori Art Museum, Joy Palace, the malls in Odaiba, Team Lab. There's a bunch of things. But again, if you want extra information, check the Tokyo Cheapo website. So there are actually two different restaurants we wanted to take you to, Terumae and Tepito, both great restaurants, but they were both closed. So this is just your PSA to make sure you plan, check for if there's any national holidays. Make sure you check before you actually go there and don't do what we did. However, lucky for us, Shimokita has a lot of different restaurants, especially from like different parts of the world, which is pretty cool. So today we went to Banh Mi Baba instead, which is a Vietnamese place. Chef's kiss. We had the banh mi. I had deep fried tofu banh mi, and Sha had the chicken banh mi. So don't worry if the place that you wanted to go initially was closed. There are so many different options to choose from. So as I probably mentioned before, Shimokita has a great coffee scene, and you don't have to settle for Starbucks, although I do understand. You do know what you get with Starbucks, but you don't have to get that because there's so many authentic, like really good coffee shops here. Some that are chains, some that are mom and pop, and my personal favorite is this one right here called Brooklyn Coffee. I come here to study, do some work, and it's just a really chill vibe. It's also right by the station, actually like under the station pretty much. So this place, check it out. This place is for people who live in the area or if you're visiting. This place right here is called Stockmart. Basically, if you don't have a Costco membership or you don't want to go all the way out to the outskirts of Tokyo, then you can come stop by Stockmart. They basically resell Costco things and you don't need a membership. So let's go check it out. Also, this is a great place to explore what they have at Costco Japan, because obviously the things that they have here would be different from your country. So they've got things like, I don't know, Hokkaido cream cheese dessert. It's like cream cheese in a tube. Guys, we are here at Coasters. This is my first time here, but I've heard about this place a ton. I think I might actually follow them on Instagram. This place is really cool because they have a lot of craft beers. They've got 15 options in total, but 9 of them are actually brewed locally or in the Haigan brewery. It's a very chill vibe. It's very different from your typical izakaya, and it's really close to the main area of Shimokitazawa. So very accessible, very chill. They've got some games on the counter there, so it's a nice place to relax. We also got some finger food, which I'll show you in a bit. Kappa! What?
7.
Oh my gosh. If I were to listen to what Sha is telling me right now, there would be no outro. There would be just, if you want a different vibe, and maybe more Japanese local izakaya vibe, you can also check out Terumae, which is also in this area. The cool quirk about that restaurant is you can actually do nomihodai, which is all you can drink, but the twist is you can pour your own. So there's like a little tap and you can pour as much as you want. Very cool. Ooh. Thank you. Korean fried broccoli, everyone. So this is the first time I've heard of anything like this. This is the yang broccoli. So the broccoli take on the chicken, and the person who makes this, the head chef of this place, is actually half French and half Korean, and this is his grandmother's recipe. Like, how cool is that? So it is pretty spicy, they did warn us, but I'm so ready to just dig in. Ooh! Oh my god, look at how big that thing is. Itadakimasu. Holy cow, it's so good.
Right?
Yeah, the crunch on this thing. I'm sorry, I'm a bit of a messy eater, but that is really good. It does have that spice. It's crunchy, it's soft on the inside. The vibes of this place go hard. I mean, I just saw that there's a DJ set. What kind of a craft beer place has a DJ set? It's also got this kind of young, very international vibe to it. There's like a few foreigners, there's some local Japanese people. I just want to say, if you do come, get yourself a craft beer and get this too. Like, this comes as a set. We are here at Kitazawa Hachiman Jinja, which is actually a short walk away from the station, and it's a very peaceful residential kind of shrine, but it's pretty big for a residential shrine. We've got the koinoboris in the back because of the kids' day, and this is one of the few places in Shimokitazawa that you can actually see Mount Fuji. There's a couple places, one of them being the Carrot Tower in Sangenjaya, so in this area, but from this shrine, if you look at that area, in a certain angle, you can see Mount Fuji on a clear day. So actually, the camera can't catch it, but I was able to see Mount Fuji. Obviously, if it's a better day, then you can probably see it better. But another viewing spot is Setagaya Daita. If you go from the station, it actually has very much like anime vibes. They've got the train, they've got the road, and Mount Fuji on a very clear day. Emphasis on clear. But yeah, several different spots in the Setagaya area. So basically, to summarize this video, it's not all about thrift stores here in Shimokitazawa. There's so many things to see and do. Alright, so give us a like and subscribe if you like this video, and make sure you check out the Tokyo Cheapo website if you want more information about Tokyo. And without further ado, I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.